Hello and welcome everyone. Stormy Sensei here. During yesterday's stream I said that I would try to stream earlier, or start streaming earlier, and this is as good as it got. Unfortunately, we are still starting pretty late, although it's still an hour and a half earlier than me trying to stream the same game last night. We're going to be playing some more Octopath Traveler tonight. I actually have decided what games other than Octopath Traveler I'm going to be streaming, but I want to start earlier in the day. So I plan on actually starting Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, Sonic Adventure, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas as 3 separate new series on the channel. But I would hate to start a new game at 11:30 and not be able to see how people are able to respond to it. So hopefully one of these days I'll get in a little earlier and we'll be able to start sooner. Although I guess that means I'll only really have tomorrow and Thursday as opportunities to do so. So if I don't get in early tomorrow from work, then hopefully Thursday, and then I'm gonna be gone for like a week basically. Hey there, Susano. What time zone are you in? Would that be... Are you in California? Or like the West Coast basically? While I wait for an answer for that, today we'll be doing Olberic Chapter 3. If you'll remember from earlier in the story, Olberic is a warrior who was betrayed by his brother-in-arms many years ago. Erhardt was his name, and after the betrayal, he spent... Nightbot is lying to you, there is no longer that pole. Anyway, he spent some number of years kind of just being a wandering, masterless swordsman in some town, and then one day he met someone that would be able to bring him closer to Erhardt, who he has sworn revenge against. So on the last story session, we actually went to a tournament way over in Victor's Hollow and won it in order to beat one of this guy's lackeys, Gustav. I go ahead and fix Nightbot while this text goes ahead and scrolls through. So you're in Florida, Susano, but you say that the streams that I was talking about would be too early for you? I'm surprised, because it's like past midnight where you are.
Whoa.
I'm not able to log in. There you go.
Well met. Aye.
He's actually considered a hero in this town. That's going to be unfortunate when I have to basically kill him. Yeah, there, Pika. Okay, so when it comes to language, oh, you're talking about in this game, yeah, it does have a couple of, a little bit of text here and there. The most swearingest game that I play so far is Bayonetta. I'm like pretty far into that game, but pretty soon it'll be Grand Theft Auto when I start that playthrough.
Whoa. I think. Hey.
Alright, so we know that Erhardt so far has protected this village against a clan of lizardmen. So he's this is probably going to be a conflicted storyline, so to speak. The debt we owe him. We're going to have to kill this town hero because he killed our king forever ago. Interestingly enough, so not in the main storyline, but there are some side quests that you're able to do in this game that tell you kind of the history of this continent, and you actually learned that in a way you could think that Erhardt is actually the hero of his own story, because the king that he ends up killing was originally the one that kind of really messed up his homeland with this civil war that was going on. And they're all talking about these lizardmen. In Super Smash Bros. Are Zelda, Ganondorf, Jigglypuff, DDD really considered low tier because those characters can legit dominate. It's very true. They can when the hands of a skilled user. Usually a character is low tier though because of basically what options they have in either neutral, disadvantage, or advantage state though. So for example, Kirby is pretty good at, you know, grounded combo game, right? But he dies really early, and also he has really low aerial ability. So if you like got a stock lead in a tournament, you could just kind of run away from Kirby, and Kirby would not be very good at approaching and like, you know, catching you if you like just jumped over him or something like that. So that's kind of is more to it than just like, you know, how cool of a combo they can pull off in like some sort of compilation video. Hey there, that one kid over on Twitch. Good to see you again. I started a little earlier, so maybe you'll be able to stay for the entirety of the stream this time. And no one is able to tell me where Erhardt is. I think it's hilarious to see when people on each platform basically hear me talking to the other platform. Everyone wants to immediately switch to the other one. So right now, if Sano moves over to Twitch, then he'll miss that one kid who will be switching over to YouTube. In general,
Well met.
YouTube tends to pull in more viewers on the whole. Like right now I got 3 over on YouTube and 1 over on Twitch. If I were playing Smash, I'd probably have like 10 over on YouTube and 1, maybe 2 over on Twitch.
I'm pretty sure.
Are they using voice lines?
Just so.
Okay, they're not using voice lines. I actually can't hear my TV because I keep the volume down. If the TV is too loud, then the microphone picks up the TV, and then you end up hearing the game through the audio capture, and then you hear it again through the mic picking it up, so it has this really awful echo. So I have to play most games with the volume down, so I actually can't hear anything. I would say that on the whole, YouTube is better for the smaller streamer, but your best Twitch streamer is probably going to have more pull and influence and viewers at one time than your top YouTuber. Like, if I were to stream Splatoon, I mean, it has more to do with the number of streamers as well. So when I stream Splatoon on Twitch, then there are like 30 at least other streamers all playing Splatoon, and you'll end up having like, you know, one person has 100 viewers, and then everyone else has like 10 or less viewers in their stream. But on YouTube, you know, they're like only 3 Splatoon streamers on YouTube. So you end up, you know, with everyone getting this equal number.
Thank you. Hold it!
Well, they know that I'm looking for Erhardt. In Smash Bros. For the Wii U, it doesn't matter which controller the player uses. I hear players can perform well using the GameCube controller. I use gamepad though. So for one thing, it's impressive that you've ever beat me with the gamepad. I've said that on stream before. And it somewhat matters what controller you use. I mean, obviously, just a plain old Wiimote without even the nunchuck is going to be a worse controller for movement than like a GameCube controller. I would say that between a GameCube controller and a Wii U Pro controller, you know, if you are used to either of those, then that's completely fine. There are a couple of pros and cons to each of those. So for example, GameCube controllers have more defined notches and much more obviously placed C-stick. Like if they, like the C-stick being below the buttons just makes sense. Like every important controller like Xbox, PlayStation, GameCube, all of the controllers have their right thumbstick on the bottom, but the Pro controller and the gamepad have it above the buttons for some reason. Doesn't make any sense. So that's the reason why I prefer the GameCube controller over like like any other controller. I've actually played with the gamepad. It's not that difficult to adjust really to it. The only problem that I have with the gamepad is that it's so heavy, so I can't really play on a gamepad for hours on end. So especially if I'm going to be streaming, I'm not going to really enjoy playing on a gamepad. GameCube controller is just the best controller that any console has ever produced.
I see.
It's gonna be awkward for me to say, I plan on killing Erhardt, that's why I'm asking about him. And meanwhile, they call him Lord Erhardt in this town.
Oh?
As you wish. Just so.
Awkward. So he didn't tell him the part about how he betrayed the king and killed the King of Hornburg.
The truth is,
Indeed?
I have no idea who this person is. Captain Bale? Susanna, is that a question for me or for the other chatters? Because I've never played Pokemon Ultra Moon or regular Pokemon Moon. In fact, the last Pokemon game that I played was Platinum on the DS. Since I never bought a 3DS, I missed out on like X, Black and White, Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon.
I see.
Did I say Black and White too? I forget. Omega Ruberry, Alpha Sapphire. I would have enjoyed those.
In fact...
I see.
Verily.
Did you know the Pokemon prices don't go down when you trade them in. You're talking about the physical games when you trade them to like a reused games store? Buying a new Pokemon game would cost more than $35. I think that they're at least $39.99.
And so...
Well, okay, so Jigglypuff in particular, a lot of people put Jigglypuff as the actual worst character in the game. Some people say it's Zelda. But I think that if we were to keep playing the game for a bit longer, Jigglypuff wouldn't actually be so far down on the tier list. Like, especially since Captain L started bringing out Jigglypuff and doing crazy upsets against top tier players and characters.
I see.
Yes.
So that exchange that just happened on screen, I think that is one of the few things that you actually lose when going from like a 3D modeled game like Final Fantasy X to going back to like the 16-bit era 2D graphics. So all of that just happened in text bubbles, you know, in parentheses over their head. But like, if this were a 3D animated game, like this probably would not have worked well in Final Fantasy 8 or 7. But at least starting in Final Fantasy 9, when they did certain cutscenes, it was much clearer when they were having internal dialogue with themselves. I think it is especially good in Final Fantasy X because that's when they actually started putting in like italics and like the characters had like their faces moving on screen because they had full 3D animated cutscenes and things like that. So they were able to actually like distinguish between a character talking out loud and internalizing their thoughts. But since we're back in the 16-bit 2D era, such a cutscene ends up being just reading a bunch of text messages encased in parentheses.
In fact...
Dire news.
What's that?
Whoa!
A greater number than we've ever seen. Was I a 4.0 student? So the short answer is no. In high school, I probably was like I definitely was an A-B student. Like the only time that I got a C was when I was in college. But in high school I got only A's and B's. And a good number of those B's towards the end of my high school career were in like AP classes. So for whatever reason, they like add an extra point to your GPA for every grade level in AP. But I think that my high school GPA was like a 3.7 and my college GPA was like a 3.4. Then again, yeah, I'm like 6 years out of college, so I might not actually remember those numbers properly.
Present. Well.
Yes.
Present.
May the gods guard your blade.
Lakeside Trail.
As you wish.
Oh, that's so sad, actually. I'm actually like super sympathetic to the lizardmen now. Like, they live in the desert and they need water to survive, and this is the only oasis town. But like every time they approach the well, or approach the oasis, the townspeople drive them away in fear. Like, no wonder they're hostile. Okay, saved, loaded up everything. Alright, we are 30 minutes in. Time to actually do some combat, I guess.
I've been awaiting.
That is very true. That one kid I think is actually in college right now. And about publishing the honor roll, my school was a little odd because we had this magnet program. So basically, I'm not sure if you've heard of this concept of like a brain drain. It's actually kind of problematic, but also like beneficial to the kids that benefit from it. So it's kind of weird. But basically, I was at a school where they took the top students from from your neighborhood schools, and they like bust you out to a different area in order to be taught there. So it's good because you don't have to worry about like classroom discipline getting in the way of you learning stuff. And the teachers tend to be better because all of their students are smart, so you get to just go through the material really quickly. but at the same time, it means that all the other schools in the area are going to just be worse off because their smarter students are just not going to be there. So whenever you compete in things like quiz bowl or math team or, you know, debate, all these other competitions, it's just really unfair because if you were just going by where you live, then you would be at that school that you're currently beating, but instead you're at, you know, this magnet school instead. But anyway, the point that I was getting to was, since I went to such a school as this, there wasn't that much, there weren't any accolades for getting good grades. It was just kind of expected. And in fact, with a 3.7 GPA, I wasn't even in the top 100 students as far as GPAs in a class of like only 400.
Curses.
Will not fail.
It's my turn now. The winds of fortune are howling.
Have at you.
I actually do get a bit of damage.
Well then, let your wounds be healed.
Letting the hunt beginning. Octopath Traveler.
I don't reach anything? Arrows, wind, sword so far. None of those. Maybe they're weak to light.
The sacred flame shine
Nope, not light either.
The battle
Possibly
is truly
dagger.
joined. A small flame.
Not dagger either. So they could be weak to axes, staves, spears. They are weak to spears. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Not weak to axes.
my turn now.
This game is actually like unreasonably difficult when you don't actually use the break mechanic in the game.
Have at you. A touch of fire.
Letting the hunt begin.
Fire, ice. Okay, they're weak to ice. They're probably weak to staves as well.
Let's do this.
Yeah, alright. Now we're getting somewhere.
Have at you.
Single throw? Yeah.
My blade is unbending. Death by 1,000 cuts.
Here I go. I summoned the Feldon, the great person.
Coming, if thou darest. Come, cowering before the huntress. The hunt endeth.
I hope they have the same weaknesses.
I will not fail.
Oh, they have completely different well, they're a completely different enemy. They could have exactly the same weaknesses.
Have at you. Out of my way.
Alright, so they at least have the same weakness there.
I will not be defeated.
Same weakness there. Alright, so they're basically the same enemies, just a little stronger.
Listen to me. I will not be thy prey.
The battle is
I'm
truly
gonna want to
joined.
heal pretty soon.
Let my arrow fly and true.
My turn now. Ah! My turn now. Ah! Let's do this. Ah! I summoned the Felgun, the great merchant. Ah!
Now then. My blade is unbending!
Letting the hunt beginning. Holding back nothing, cowering before the huntress. Thou didst fight with courage.
Uh-oh. I am in your debt.
See, this is a much better use of internal dialogue going on here. Like, they fade everything out else to the background, and then they accentuate the character that's, you know, doing the internal dialogue.
I swear on my blade.
Verily. Ugh. May the gods guard
Yeah,
your
even
blade.
though the lizardmen are technically the bad guys in this scenario, the travel banter, or the party banter that I have with Haunted leads me to believe that they could probably resolve this peacefully if they just, like, gave them water occasionally, rather than, like, having a constant war with the lizardmen. Actually, it's really, really sad. Yeah, they couldn't just, like, work out their differences. Hey, that one kid, if you check out some of Pika the Musician's channel, you know, with a title like that, you would think he'll give it away, but he actually uploads himself playing piano pieces.
Letting us begin.
I've heard a couple of them, they're all good.
Let's
Or at least
do
ones I've heard
this.
are good.
Heal.
Coming, if thou darest.
Let's see. Dagger, lightning. Maybe figure out what these guys are weak to.
The battle is truly joined. Ah!
I will not be thy prey. Listen to me.
Honestly, this is actually a pretty weak party composition that I've got here. So I've got Tressa, who is a merchant, that's her main job class, and her secondary job class is a cleric, and Ophelia on my party, whose main job class is a cleric and second job class is a merchant. So I basically end up having too much of the same thing. So like if I fought an enemy that was weak against light or an enemy that was weak against wind, then it'd be perfect, it'd be great. Like, but as it is, I only have one character that's able to deal dagger damage, that being Olberic.
The dagger stands.
And I don't really have a reliable way of dealing lightning damage. I have like one single target attack from Hanit that deals super weak damage to one enemy.
Letting the hunt beginning.
I already used, oh, I guess I could check axes. Nope, not weak to axes either.
I will not be thy slave.
No, you will not. I will not be defeated. The winds of fortune!
I will not be thy letting the hunt beginning. Coming.
The battle is truly joined. My blade is unbending!
Let's do this! Won't hold back!
Visits me, letting the hunt beginning.
Let's do this! The winds of fortune are howling! I'll do my best! Excuse me?
That did a lot of damage.
Here I go! I'll do my best! Here I go! Elfric, bringer of the flame!
Coming, if thou darest.
Do I get to use it again? Nope, okay. I was just testing out, so the ability that I gave Olberic was, for the next 3 turns, I use the same attack twice in 1 turn. I was wondering if I killed one enemy with the attack, if it just moved on to the next enemy, and it unfortunately does not.
A small flame. A small flame cuts it.
I learned in the last stream that it actually doesn't use up any mana. I mean, it doesn't use up twice as much mana, so if I use an attack that uses, you know, 3 mana, then it only uses 3 instead of 6 for using the same attack twice, which is excellent. It's a little difficult to pull off in like a boss battle, which is the main place that you would use it. There's all this water here. I don't know why the lizardmen are attacking the village.
Let us fight with honor.
Here I go! The winds of fortune are howling.
Have at you.
Here's an example of why this thing would be difficult to use in combat. So if you look at the party order, Ophelia is actually the last person to move this turn, which means that if I use the ability to let someone act twice for the next 3 turns as the last thing that I do for that turn, then I've actually wasted that entire turn just then, because you know, I use it and then the counter immediately drops down to 2, so I only get to do 2 actions twice instead of 3 actions twice. It's kind of the problem with a lot of these divine skills that require you to buff someone else. For example, Cyrus's, which lets you make a single target attack affect every enemy. Or no, Cyrus's makes you take a multi-enemy attack and make it focus on one enemy for extra damage. And then like Primrose has the opposite effect where it takes a single target attack and hits everyone. Generally I prefer the I prefer all of the just do base damage.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Well then. The winds of fortune! What next? Let's do this! The winds of fortune are howling.
Coming.
My turn now. The winds of fortune!
Letting the hunt begin.
My turn now. Whew, time for a break.
Letting my arrow fly.
Well then. If you'll excuse me.
Victory shall be mine. I am ready. With each battle, I grow stronger.
I mentioned this in the last stream, but I'll reiterate it again. I hate open zones in this game. Like, I actually enjoy the caves in this game because it gives you a clear path and you can like systematically say, oh, I know that I've explored everything in that area, I don't need to walk over there anymore. But in this open kind of format, you kind of have to go around the entire perimeter if you want to make sure that you got every single treasure chest. And I'm obsessive about getting every single treasure chest, so it's just kind of I'll get over it, but
I will cut you down.
Letting the hunt begin.
Thank you for missing.
The battle is truly joined.
It's my turn now.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
I'll not be defeated. I am not made for such battles. Ready or not, here I come.
Come at you.
These guys should all be weak to stat. I mean, to spear, I think.
Out of my
Missed me.
It's my turn now. The winds of force are howling.
Coming, if thou darest.
I'm not weak to axes.
Well then. The winds of force.
How about you?
What to do? The winds of force are howling.
What next? Here.
I'll do my best.
Missed me.
How about you?
I'll not be defeated.
Letting the hunt begin. Thou didst fight with courage.
You may end up needing to travel for your summer experience, Pika. My cousin, even though he's like from upstate New York, like Ithaca area, he traveled all the way to California for a summer program at Berkeley. He did like some sort of pre-law thing or the other.
Letting us begin. Letting the hunt begin.
Yeah, I keep on finding out that my viewers are all older than I gave them credit for. Congratulations on graduating, though.
Sacred flame shine
Do you remember what these guys were weak to? I think it was lances, ice, and staff. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
My turn now.
Let my arrow fly in true.
I figured that you were like in late high school or early college, Pika. So I guess that would put you somewhere between 17 and like 22. And that one kid, I thought that you were like late middle school, early high school. So that would put you somewhere between 11 and 14. Alright, I'll be able to break all the enemies in this turn.
Have at you.
Letting the hunt begin.
Here I go. The winds of fortune howl. What to do?
Get some free money.
I summon the Feldon, the great person.
Coming, if thou darest. Holding back nothing.
I should probably just kill them the old-fashioned way. No, that'll be fine. This will be fine. Just get them rid of them right now.
Thou didst fight with courage.
Where am I? Oh no, I can't open this one. I need Therion to open that treasure chest.
Letting us begin.
My turn now.
The battle is truly joy.
If I get lucky, I could break him. Oh, one. Oh, yes! What luck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was actually like really great luck there. You hit somewhere between, I think, 5 and 10 spears. And I got 9, which is already super lucky. And then of those 9, 4 of them, or like I think 6 of them, ended up aiming for the unbroken enemy, and then 4 of them hit somehow. Like that's actually insane luck.
I will not be defeated. The winds of fortune.
I hope the Ophelia levels up pretty soon.
Letting my arrow fly in true.
No.
My turn. The winds of fortune howl.
Coming, if thou begin. The hunt ends.
Ophelia levels up in 1 or 2 more battles. Definitely by 2 battles from now.
way.
My turn now. The winds of force are howling.
I'm gonna have to use rest on Ophelia pretty soon. Probably next turn. Get her mana back up. Wow.
The cold is my friend.
My turn now.
My microphone picks up way too much. One day, after, you know, wedding expenses are all done and things like that, I'm gonna get the little thing you put on top of the microphone that I see everyone else
Let's do this.
have, and it'll basically make sure that only my voice is the thing that it picks up, because it picks up like my controller snaps, and it picks up like me typing and me clicking, and the TV if I put the volume up too loud. It's actually quite a pain.
How about you?
Letting the hunt beginning.
Oops. I actually did not mean to kill him there. Oh, that's okay. Ophelia leveled up, so she gets all of her mana and health back. I don't have to manage that anymore. How do I get to that treasure chest? That's how.
Step right up.
Victory shall be mine.
What's it do? The winds of force are howling.
Letting the hunt beginning.
Sure. Yeah, I'll attack him. Just hit level 50. I actually just realized that we're over the 50% mark in terms of EXP.
Now then,
Ouch. That hurt a lot.
out of my way.
What's it do?
I'm honestly surprised when people use the correct lyric there to teach Pokemon to understand, since it's like the most commonly missaid lyric in the song. Because I always grew up thinking that it was each Pokemon to understand, or something like that, or each Pokemon will understand. I forget.
Letting the hunt begin. First, cure the symptoms.
My turn now. Here I go! My turn now. Won't hold back.
How about you? My blade is unbending! With each battle, I grow stronger.
Oh no, we did all that for 200? That's not worth.
Ready or not, here I
That's
come.
not worth it all.
Letting the hunt begin. The cold is my friend.
The battle is truly joy.
What to do? The winds of fortune are howling. I will not be defeated.
I think the lyrics, the next lyric is our courage will pull us through. It just bothered me that that wasn't there. So I'm gonna go ahead, I just went ahead and did that. Let's do another 1,000 spears here. Gotta spread that damage.
What next?
Oops, I did not mean to hit him. Darn it. My finger slipped.
The winds of fortune.
Coming, if thou darest.
Alright, we managed to save it.
The hunt ends.
I'm honestly surprised that we have as much of a crowd as we do for such a late night Octopath stream. Typically this game doesn't actually do so well, but I'm going to attribute it to you guys reciting the Pokemon theme song lyrics. So thanks for keeping the crowd entertained.
Letting my arrow fly and true. A torrent of arrows.
I can
Do this.
get all of them here.
The battle is truly joy. I will cut you down!
Don't think I'm going to be able to kill them though.
I'll do my best.
If the order of the characters were a little different.
Letting the hunt begin.
I might have actually been able to. Oh, I was able to wipe them all out. Nice. All thanks to patience.
Thou didst fight with courage.
I just love getting a domination bonus. It's like such a awesome thing in this game. If you kill the enemies in one full turn, then you get, I mean, bonus JP is the actual benefit that you get from it, the tangible benefit from it, but in the title, in the win screen, you get that nice little domination splash. I try to go for that every time.
Now then. Cursed witchery.
Let my arrow fly and true.
Nope. Whoops. I meant to go to rehabilitate.
First, curing the symptoms.
Here it goes!
These guys weak to staves as well? No? What are they weak to, I wonder?
My turn now.
It's not arrows. Yeah. Is it ice?
Victory shall be
Or
mine.
daggers? Maybe it's daggers. Nope, not daggers.
What to do?
Letting my arrow fly and true. The cold is my friend.
Well then.
Hey, nice.
Coming, if
Alright,
thou
time to
darest.
wreck them all.
Holding back nothing. Cowering before the huntress. The hunt ends.
It's quite the powerhouse. Now you guys are going into the second verse? That's deep. I don't think I can do that. The only time I ever heard it was in Pokemon the movie.
Letting us
And not even the first. Was it the first movie that they did the whole
Victory shall be mine.
second verse? I think so. Bats are probably worse than
I will cut you
lizardmen
down.
because bats cause status effects.
Let's do this! I'll do my best.
coming, if thou darest. What next?
Victory shall be mine. For you, comrades.
What to do?
What next?
Mom is just so strong, it's crazy. All those stat boosting items I keep giving her.
Come in, if thou darest.
My turn now.
Ophelia.
If you'll excuse me.
Now then.
What to do? You got more than you bargained for.
Well, I guess I didn't need to donate that SP. She was about to level up. I should really pay more attention to that. Hey, we made it to the end, and I'm pretty sure that we got all the treasure chests because we explored every path. There's some stuff off to the right that I'm going to get before heading on to the boss.
Here I go.
It's so awkward when... So I'm here at the boss, right? And I'm actually pretty good on health and
My
mana.
arrow fly and true.
But I'm going to actually spend this time going off and like getting more treasure chests, which means that I might end up off. Like I may end up like getting ultra hurt or something silly like that, all because I wanted like more treasure. That's okay. That's the life of an adventure.
Come in, if thou darest.
Victory!
My turn now. My turn.
Come in, if thou darest.
Really untamable. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense. The humans in this game are all untamable, obviously. And since the game has already established, like not too long ago, that the lizardmen are sentient, it makes sense for me to not be able to tame them. So we spent like almost 30 minutes wandering in this little cave. Oh, there's even more out here? This cave goes on for quite a bit.
Open for business.
Victory shall be mine!
This is actually the first time we're seeing these little praying mantis enemies in this cave. The Slayer bug. Oh, I missed both of them.
Here I go.
Sure like targeting Ophelia. What's up with that?
The winds of fortune.
Let my arrow fly and true. I shall attend unto thee.
Now then. I will cut you down!
There we go. Hit him that time.
I will not be thy tread.
My turn now.
Is Hana gone yet? Nope, Hana is not gone yet. Let's go go ahead and give Hannet some extra BP so she can just clear out these enemies. I'm not sure this is actually going to kill them immediately. Oh, it did. Because that move is busted. In fact, I wonder if I can make her even stronger right now. Nope, I don't have anything that permanent stat boost items. I always give them to Hannet because she's my main character. And generally I just feel like your starting character should just be way stronger than all of the individual characters. We just got a quick boss fight. Hopefully I won't die and get a game over like I did at the end of yesterday's stream and add an additional like 20 minutes to the end of the stream.
I will cut you down!
And then we can just sit, listen to some dialogue, understand Erhardt's side of the story, come to a mutual agreement, yeah, learn from the experience and be better players or better people for it. I'm sure we will soon find that it's just all been a misunderstanding and that we can actually be friends in the end.
Letting my arrow fly and true. Touch her.
Let's do this! The winds of fortune are howling!
Letting the hunt begin.
No!
Who's the dude that says that line? That's Olberic. He's the warrior. He's actually the reason why we're in this cave. You may not recognize him because he's wearing his thief secondary outfit right now. And in cutscenes he's wearing his base warrior outfit.
For you, comrades!
I'll do my best!
So let's defend here.
Not.
Letting the hunt begin.
And defend here, I guess.
What next?
And then attack here to get some SP back. Rest here in order to get more SP back, since we're like literally at the boss's door.
No!
And then actually kill this guy while also getting SP back.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Ophelia would level up in one more turn, and Hannet would actually get the 5,000 JP that she needs in order to max out her secondary job class that she currently has, which is Apothecary. I chose Apothecary because it's the worst secondary ability. Although in this scenario it might not... Actually, yeah, it's pretty horrible here. SP Saver, that might be useful. Let's see if... yeah, I don't need extra SP. Especially if I'm getting 75% SP, but I'm getting 50% reduction on all of my SP used. So in terms of the number of abilities that I'm able to use, I gain. Do I want to risk going here? Yeah, I do. You're thinking about Final Fantasy 13. That's actually on my list to do on stream one day. It's pretty commonly a hated Final Fantasy game for some reason. Like, the most common complaints people have about Final Fantasy 13 is that it's too linear, although every Final Fantasy game, for the most part, is an extremely linear game. I think that it came out at the wrong time. Like, Final Fantasy 13 was surrounded by games like Fallout and Skyrim and, you know, Dragon Age, Mass Effect, like all these games where you're literally able to just do the entire game in whatever order you want to. And they were just like not used to JRPGs.
Olberic! Jesus, what in the name of the gods are you doing here?
Linear so in Final Fantasy the 13's case, when people say linear, they mean that the game is basically, the plot of the game is, hey, you're starting off in point A, walk down this corridor to get to point B, and then you'll see more cutscenes, and then you go from down the corridor some more in order to get to another cutscene, and a lot of the game is just planned out. Like, you can't sequence break the game in any way. Unlike Octopath Traveler, which is mostly non-linear because I'm able to do any of the 8 quests for a given chapter in any order. And in fact, you're even able to just do an entire character's arc from chapter 1 to chapter 4 before you even do another chapter's level 1. It's difficult to do that because of the level jumps, but it is possible. I actually have an off-stream save file where I'm actually trying to do that myself, where I basically took only 4 characters and I'm going to try to beat their entire chapter 4 before I do chapter 1 for the other 4 characters.
Let's deal with these first. We can talk later.
Fair enough. Olberic. Of older.
How long has it been, Erhardt?
Long. Too long.
I need to...
That sounded close. Didn't think they'd ventured this far. Those are the leaders of the Horde. If we slay them, the rest will be easy to disperse.
I'll take the right.
Then the left is mine. Be careful. These beasts are more cunning than they look. When they fight together, they are stronger than the sum of their parts.
Alright, so single focus on the lizards to kill them. I thought that we were already at the boss, but oh, we are at the boss.
There!
Good night, Pika.
Sir Berg,
Glad to have you guys stop by.
Fare thee well.
Now then.
Ugh.
No. Prepare yourself!
This is all good and well, but in my opinion, these are actually the aggressors. Like, they moved into their lair to kill them
I will not fail.
in a preemptive strike.
The battle is truly joined.
It's kind of messed up. Alright, lizard person not weak to swords for once, or to spears for once.
My turn now.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
What to do?
No, thank you.
Oh, these are weak.
My turn now.
That hurt.
What next? Lightning, done my bidding.
Weak to lightning.
Letting the hunt begin.
Should I heal? Nah, I'll be fine.
Holding back nothing, cowering before the huntress.
How about you?
Did I already tried daggers? No, I tried spear. Okay, good. It's weak to daggers. That's always a good ability to be weak to.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
So he's possibly weak to swords. Or not bows. So he's weak to swords for sure, it looks like.
Let your wounds be healed.
Letting the hunt begin.
I don't think I've tried axes yet. Alright, weak to axe. That's good.
How about you? The dagger stands.
Let's do this.
That's mostly fine. Yeah, that's fine. Not weak to wind, I know that much. I don't want to try to hit him with light damage
Do
yet.
this.
Because if you were weak to it, then that would be a wasted ability slot. Or a wasted break.
My turn now.
No.
Let's see. Oh, corrosive
The folk
is
story
good
is
here.
done.
Coming,
Nice.
if thou darest.
I was hoping for this.
I shall attend thee to thee. Coming, if thou darest.
I'll do my best.
Let's see.
Here I
Do I do single target light damage or do I give Olberic? Let's give Olberic the ability to attack twice here.
go. What to do?
Get some free money.
I won't hold back. I summoned the Belton, the great merchant.
No.
And then hit him up with
My blade is unbending.
the unbending blade.
Out of my way.
Yeah, this did way more damage.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
How many can make it to the next turn? Actually, I completely forgot about that already.
What to do? Sacred light! What to do?
How about you?
Normally I would wait to boost up to 2 next time, but this is the last turn that I'm going to have this boost to attack twice, so I'm going to use it now instead.
A small cutscene.
Letting my arrow fly and true. I shall attend unto you. Letting my arrow fly and true. I shall cleave it in two.
The battle is truly joy. Come, if you dare.
It's my turn now! I summoned the Feldon, the great merchant!
You're already in the red.
Damn.
Yikes, that hurt.
A small flame cutscene.
Let's do this! Sacred light!
I think that was the last turn he's going to ever have,
If thou
because
darest.
I'm going to hit him with this leg hold trap.
Better than a snare.
Which makes him act last next turn.
I'll do my best!
I'm just thinking real quick. Let's see. I could use another one of these, but that's not useful to use here. I'll use it in the next turn. Nice, that one kid.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Apologies again for starting so late.
Well then. Here I go! Elfric, bringer of the flame!
This is probably last turn, or at least last break for sure.
A small flame cutscene. A small flame cutscene.
It's my turn now! Sacred light! I will not be defeated! Oh, sacred light!
What next?
Got it.
The hunt ends.
Got a nice Lizard's King X to go along with it. That boss ended up being much easier than yesterday's boss. Then again, today's mission was suggested level 38, and yesterday's mission was suggested level 40. I've been wondering where all the banter left. See, Ophelia gets it. The lizardmen are sentient. They have families, motivations. Surprised no treasure chest. I almost got stuck. Oh, I didn't get stuck. That was just my Joy-Con malfunctioning.
Let us begin it.
Victory shall be mine. I will cut you down.
Here I go! The winds of fortune are howling. My turn now. The winds of fortune!
Let the hunt begin it. Touch us.
Have at you. I will cut you down.
What to do? Well then. The winds of fortune!
Coming, if thou darest.
Oh wait, I don't use a boost here.
Coming, if thou darest. I shall attend thee to thee.
Now then, my blade is unbending.
So Full Sail University is located in Florida. I think I heard correct, right? Bachelor's in computer animation and art design, lots of stuff. That's pretty cool. The local artsy school in my home state would be Savannah School, or wait, what was it? Savannah College of Art and Design, SCAD. I don't know how much into like computer stuff they had, but all of my artist friends wanted to go there.
Aye.
Without the leaders, the pack should soon descend into chaos and confusion. It will be easy enough to chase them off at our leisure.
Good.
So, Olberic, how did you find me?
Gustav told me.
Ha! That's so. How was the scoundrel? Still in one piece?
He was well, fighting for his keep. He told me about Grid, your hometown.
Sounds like you had a grand old chat. Did he tell you about the soldiers who burned it to the ground? Tough world, this, for a young lad without a home. When the band of sellswords picked me up, I was grateful for it. And when the boss told me he wanted my help to
Good night,
bring
Pika.
down Hornburg, well, suffice to say, he didn't need to ask twice.
You wanted revenge.
Aye. Against the king who did not, as the only home I'd ever known was reduced to ash and rubble. Even at the end, as the flames licked the roof beams of their homes, my family, my friends believed the king would save them. I swore then and there I would never forgive King Alfred. That he'd pay for what he'd done. Or not done, as it were. And so I came to Hornburg and became a knight. Served my commanders faithfully. Worked my way up in the ranks. But then, you know that story, don't you?
All the while, biding your time to that final battle.
Delivered my revenge at the point of my blade, even as the king looked into my eyes.
His Majesty was a courageous man.
He was that. Till the last, he never stopped fighting for his people. And I, with a single blow,
Oh, he's repentant.
I killed him in the name of vengeance. Spilt his blood on the soil of his realm. I thought it would set me free. Free from the anguish, the pain, the despair. But it gave me nothing. No release, no triumph. Only a hollowness, a cold, empty void where my rage once burned.
Nice. They are doing a very good job of the storytelling here, by the way. Just gonna also say that, like, in the previous chapter, Olberic was trying to figure out what he was fighting for and figured out that, you know, maybe he can actually be sympathetic to Erhardt, like, you know, his family and village was burned down by the Civil War. He was driven by revenge. Olberic is being driven by revenge. And here he is about to... He came here with the intent to kill this guy, even though he's a hero to this town. So it's very similar in story to, like, exactly how Olberic's story began, with Erhardt killing the man who everyone in his village looked up to, or his country looked up to, because of something terrible they did in the past.
As I searched for something to hold on to, the memories that came to me were not of my lost home, but of the years I'd spent as a knight, with my brothers in arms, with you.
Did you regret it?
Regret it? Aye, I certainly did. I regretted living a lie for all those years in the name of vengeance. And yet, though they were a lie, a strange thing, isn't it? The memories of those days are as real as anything I have. Those days in Hornburg, the barracks, the proving grounds, the jousting lists. But anyhow, we disbanded after that and went our separate ways. We'd accomplished our aim, but were left homeless, masterless. My wanderings brought me to Wellspring, a town like 100 others I'd seen before.
And yet you stayed, and now protect its people from harm.
Aye.
No, I can't win this duel. There was no option.
Draw your blade, Erhardt.
I'm gonna get wrecked here.
You don't have to do this, Olberic.
I can end it for you. All of it. Your anger, your pain, your regret. This lie your life has become. I'll cut you down and give you the peace you seek. My king dead, and my countrymen. What did that make me, who had sworn my very life to protect them? For what did I wield my sword? Gods, how many years did that question plague me? But at long last, I understood. I never lost my worth. Like you, I bear my sword so that I may protect others. Erhardt, I cannot stand here and pretend to understand what caused you to do as you did. And though I search my heart, I find no room there for forgiveness. I find only...
Oh, that's crazy. He finds no forgiveness in his heart? Even though Erhardt is like ultra sympathetic as a villain? Not even really a villain?
I should have bested you that day. Victory should have been mine. Then, and only then, could I have saved our liege. And you, from the monster you would become. Hear me, Erhardt. This time, I will not lose. Draw your weapon, Erhardt. For warriors such as us, there is no other way.
I can tell you to learn from my mistakes. But then, what right have I? Nay, we'll do it your way. No holding back. Eh, old friend?
I would not have it any other way.
So be it.
In victory, truth! I will not fail. The battle
He's so
is
beautiful.
truly joined.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Now then.
Alright, we can take this guy. No problem.
Victory shall be mine. Now then. Victory shall be mine. Watch my blade dance. Victory shall be mine. Out of my way. Victory shall be mine.
It's actually impossible for him to win this. Unless he does something really crazy.
Now then. Now then.
That's pretty crazy. I can no longer boost for the next, well, I guess I can boost now, so it wasn't that crazy.
Witchery.
Man, stop that. It's not very nice.
Is unbending! A small blade cuts
And blazing stance improved?
Victory shall be
Why?
Victory shall be mine. Witchery. Have at you. Out of my way.
Darn. I got greedy. Okay, this is fine. No, it's not fine, actually.
Have I failed?
It's a good thing I decided to save before that.
I will not fail. Have at you. Now then, watch my blade dance. Have at you. Victory shall be mine. Watch my blade dance. Have at you. Watch my blade dance. The battle is true. Watch my blade dance. The battle is truly joy. My blade is unbending! A small blade cuts it. Have at you. Have at you. My blade is out of my way. Cursed witchery. Have at you. The battle is truly joy. Watch my blade dance. Mercy, witchery.
3 turns, that's pretty bad. Another 3 turns, still bad. Sure hope I get 2 in a row. I do, nice. Somehow managed to live this.
Watch my blade dance.
And in fact, I even get to boost at the end.
Damn! My blade is unbending!
Yeah, he was really close to death.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
That's so sad that he killed him.
I yield. 'Tis a strange thing. Though I fought with all my strength, it was as if you were protected by a greater power. And yet, for the first time in as long as I can remember, I regret nothing.
I'm glad he didn't kill him. Yet.
Tell me one thing, Erhardt. Who was he? The leader of your little band. The man who plotted Hornburg's fall.
Olberic, leave it be.
He brought down an entire kingdom. Our kingdom. Who knows what such a man is plotting now? Nay, such a fiend is too dangerous for this world. I will stop him. I must.
This is the cause you found.
Just so.
The man's name is Werner.
Werner.
Where can I find him?
After the fall of Hornburg, he set off for Riverford.
Riverford. A town that I haven't actually discovered yet.
After that, the gods only know what became of him.
That's all I need to know. Men like that leave a trail, whether they mean to or not.
Reckon they do. Until someone stops them in their tracks.
You're alive! And Lord Erhardt.
See for yourself.
Took some doing, but we slew the leaders of the Horde. Once your men finish off the stragglers, you'll have nothing more to fear from that nest.
Did you hear that, lads? Erhardt slew their leaders!
Couldn't have done it had Olberic not shown up in the nick of time. The two greatest knights of a lost realm fighting side by side? Hang me if it ain't like a storybook.
You have our undying gratitude, Sir Olberic.
I do not warrant it. What I did was for myself. And now the time has come for me to seek out a new cause in another place.
Olberic,
You would remain here. I know.
I'm sorry.
Do not be.
But before you go, let me say one more thing. If you mean to go up against Werner, watch your back.
Werner is how you pronounce it. The B sound. It's
How
German.
so?
I've never seen anyone swing a blade like he does. It's more than just strength and skill. There's something about him that strikes fear into men's hearts. You are stronger now, Olberic. Stronger than me, I dare say. If your will is strong, you are doubtless the measure of him. But make no mistake, you would be well advised to fear him.
Coming from you, Erhardt, that is warning indeed. I will heed your words. And now I must go. When this is over, mayhap we shall meet again.
I look forward to that day, old friend.
And so did Olberic leave Wellspring behind him. For too long he had forgotten a simple truth. He wields his sword to protect the people, and that means he cannot let the mortal foe of Hornburg roam free. So he sets off to Riverford, where his long journey may at last come to an end. See, Tressa gets it too. This is so Naruto. You can tell more with a single crossing of the swords than 1,000 words. Alright, that was Olberic Chapter 3. If you are still with me through now, then thank you for watching for as long as you have. It did run a little longer than expected. I was thinking it was going to be like a 45-minute stream, but as we are soon finding out, these Chapter 3 dungeons are way longer. So we ended up having, it was like a 2-hour stream, it looks like. Some of it was just talking with chat, but that's okay. For the rest of this stream, we're going to basically be setting up for next stream, which will be us going off to Primrose, I believe. Yeah. Primrose will be next, level 40, and then Cyrus, and then Ophelia. So I'm going to just like set up the party, equip some skills, check out the weapon shop, make sure that everything is good, and otherwise I will be ending the stream in probably another like 10-15 minutes. If you hate like menu management and things like that, then this will be a good time to sign off. If you'd like to see more content like this, go ahead and follow me on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. I play lots of Octopath, but additionally I'm going to be starting a Sonic Adventure playthrough pretty soon, and a Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and continuing Bayonetta, and starting Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, on top of the periodic Smash content that I put out weekly. Alright, so since Hannet now has everything that she could possibly learn from the Apothecary, she's going to move on to Dancer, which knocked someone off of that job class. I don't know who yet. That knocked Cyrus off of his job class. I said Primrose is next in terms of what mission we're doing next. Cyrus is the lowest level, so I'll put him in there, and the last slot is going to go to basically covering my bases. Since I don't know what my bases are yet, because I'll go ahead and give Cyrus a secondary job class real quick, and then that'll kind of dictate what the... Alright, so I'll give him Apothecary. So we got healing and damage, and we've got damage and more damage. So we're really missing a little more healing and some physical damage. So we may end up keeping Olberic in the party, because we've got daggers, spear, we need spear. Yeah, so this is going to be the party that we're going to use for the next stream. That was pretty easy. Let's take a look at some of the equipment that we got. This is makeshift, so I want to... Hanna is built for evasion, always, because she duels and she needs to have max evasion to avoid getting touched, because she doesn't have many abilities to keep herself alive. Increases lightning damage dealt. Not as good as the Sapphire Lance, but that's okay. I think I got a helmet as well. What was the thing that I got? Oh, I got a Divine Sword, that's what it was. The Divine Blade is actually weaker than the Platinum Sword that my 2 sword users already use. But it's better than that, and yeah, that's really it. I only have 3 sword users right now. Make sure that no one has any makeshift weapons, which is what happens when you change jobs more likely. Pretty sure everyone is optimized at this point, because I did not see, we optimized at the end of last stream, we optimized at the end of every stream, and I didn't pick up anything that looked like it was going to be particularly good for, like I didn't pick up any equipment that looked overly powerful during this stream. Let's see what we can get here. So that's not any good. Oh, extra evasion. We always like extra evasion. Primrose is built for max SP, so none of this stuff is useful for her. I do that because the more SP you have, the more SP is returned using the second wind secondary job class. And I want to get to a point, well, I'm already at the point where I can spam my Night Ode, which is 10 SP, and I always gain mana back because she heals 11 SP every turn. But if I got her to like 400 SP, then she would be able to spam like Lightning Blast and, you know, all the tier 2 scholar abilities without actually having to worry about mana utilization or anything like that. So she will definitely at least learn Firestorm next stream, and probably will not learn the Divine skill. Same here. I'm not so sure about this one. I might not get Apothecary. What is this? What is that ability? I forget the name of the 4th ability for the Apothecary. Heightened healing. That's okay, that's not that great anyway. That didn't take long. That took 7 minutes. So as I mentioned before, we're probably going to take a quick Octopath break for the next couple of nights. If I do stream tomorrow, I may not stream at all, but if I do, it'll be one of the games that I mentioned earlier. It'll be a new series. Either Grand Theft Auto San Andreas or Sonic Adventure, or well, I technically have done 1 episode of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, so I'll be continuing that. So it'll be one of those 3. I don't want to get too close to leaving for my wedding trip without having started a new series. But if I get too close to the end, then I basically will have like 1 play session for these new games, and then, or for one of these new games, and then no stream for like another week. Man, I need to level up Cyrus some more. think it's great that the game really entices you to really question who the best character in the game is, just to like having your party all the time. Like, I definitely thought that it was Tressa because she had the rest ability and hang tough as her job class, but once I got secondary job classes, I'm pretty sure the best character to have is Therion always in your party, because you want him to be a high level so you can steal things, and like you get some pretty nice equipment for free from the villagers if you're able to steal everything. And you're always going to want to have him with you when you're in a dungeon because he's the only one that can open up the purple chests. Anyway, I'm mostly rambling at this point. So, I've already done my whole like, comment, subscribe YouTube spiel, so I won't prolong this one. Just thanks for watching. I see you guys in there watching even though you're not saying anything, and I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I'll catch you guys on another stream. Thanks for watching. Bye.